Williamson, along with Americans coach John Olver. And John, a great game. The Americans came out really fast, scoring 5 goals in that first period.
Yes, and it's something that we've talked about an awful lot. We've really tried to come out and get a jump on the other team, try to get an early lead, try to get the first goal, and really try to put some pressure on the opposition in their own end. And really, the last few games we've been able to do that. Tonight we were able to score as well, and 27 shots in the first period. You know, I was very pleased with our play that period, and you know, in fairness, though, the Kamloops certainly came out flat, and obviously the break affected them a heck of a lot more than it did us.
Well, that's one of the things I'm sure as coaches you worry about is which team's coming back after the break. Is it going to be the team that was on a roll right before Christmas, or is it going to be the team that was flat 3 weeks before that?
You never know, and I think the biggest thing too was Kamloops had to travel all night. They got here at 8 o'clock this morning, and sometimes you're still able to play well, but more times than not it does affect you, particularly early in the hockey game. You just don't have your legs. It takes you a little while to get going, and we came out and got some early goals and got a big lead, and I didn't think that Kamloops pressed us too much more after that.
Greg Spenrath saying that Santa brought him a pair of goal-scoring hands. It'd be nice to see the big guy keep filling the net.
It sure is. It's great to see a lot of guys starting to score now, and certainly Greg's one player, and Greg Dalcourt's another one that comes to mind. Just tireless workers out there, and they don't always get the reward in terms of goals that they deserve, and so it's real nice to see Greg get some goals here and start off the second half, because we have to get goal scoring from a lot of people, and tonight Greg got 3, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be somebody else get another 2 or 3.
Well, I'll tell you, the next guy on my list of people who are due that Santa should have taken care of is Steve Rennie, who's still the best player in the league with only 1 goal.
Well, he's got 2.
Oh, 2, excuse me.
It really is, but the nice thing is he's not getting down. The guys kid him about it. He jokes about it in fun, and he knows that he's just had a terrible start in terms of goals, but he works hard, he checks hard, he does all the right things, and he's gonna come out of it, and he's gonna score a lot of goals for us here this year. I don't have any doubt in my mind that's gonna happen, and he's just got to keep plugging away and forget about it.
What do you do, John, to prepare for tomorrow night against Victoria? The team will drive all night, probably get to the hotel and get to bed sometime between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a team that you had a tremendous battle with, and I mean that more in the battle sense than anything the last time. An 8-4 game that saw a couple of brawls at the end. What do you do to try to focus the attention on hockey going up there?
I don't think it'll be that difficult. It wasn't really that big a deal what happened last game. It just so happened that a couple incidents happened, and everybody got involved. A lot of them were more wrestling than they were fighting, and we've got a team that's not going to be intimidated, and I think Victoria got a similar team, so we don't go into the games thinking we're going to intimidate them or they're going to intimidate us. And the thing that we'll do is we'll get together and have a pregame meal around 3 o'clock, 3:30 tomorrow, and talk about the game, get ourselves mentally prepared. We have had a history this year of every time we've played well, we've come back with a stinker, and I think we'll be reminding our players about that and getting that off our back, because if we're going to take a run at playoff spot, and I know we want to, we've got to start playing consistently every night. The thing though with Victoria is we've had a lot of success against them the last 2 years, and we've played them twice this year, beaten them both times, and we've had a lot of success in the Victoria building, and we're pretty confident going in there.
John Olver, head coach of the Tri-City Americans. That wraps it up for our post-game show. We'll be on the air tomorrow night at 7:15 from Victoria Memorial Arena. Now from the Tri-Cities Coliseum, I'm Kirk Williamson reminding you the final score: the Tri-City Americans 7, the Kamloops Blazers 1. Good night on this Tri-Cities Radio Americans Hockey Broadcast.